on TMZ.
So, you know Karen Reed was found not guilty yesterday. We got the first juror to talk. He doesn't think she did it, and it all has to do with the taillight.
After the alleged incident happened, that when we could see the taillight, it was lit up red where it shouldn't have been red.
You do not believe that SUV made contact with John O'Keefe?
I don't believe that the SUV collided with John O'Keefe.
A batch of newly released evidence in the Diddy case is an audio recording of Cassie threatening another individual.
I've never killed anybody in my life, but I will kill you because you're with me.
She comes off unhinged in this audio recording.
No, she doesn't.
No, and she's like, I've never killed anybody, but I will kill you. So she's never done this before.
Is that comforting to be the first killer?
Jeanie Buss is selling her family stake in the Los Angeles Lakers.
$10 billion.
Yeah, so that's the valuation.
Does that all hit your account at one time?
No.
No, does it?
Really? She's not putting $10 billion in a checking account. No, she Venmos it.
Khloe Kardashian said she obsessed over slimming down.
I had to keep this up, like even if it wasn't for me.
It's like, oh, it's so hard. You have to exercise. Yeah, it is hard. It's hard for everybody.
Not exactly, because you love it.
I also don't love getting up at 3 in the morning to do it.
If you left at 3 p.m. to go work out, who's gonna yell
I
at you?
can't leave at 3 p.m.
Why?
Because I got meetings.
Reschedule them.
I can't.
What can we do to get you out of here sooner, dude?
I think for the jurors, there's a mix of some people think that she was definitely innocent, and the other people, there was a lot of reasonable doubt, at least to where we didn't want to convict her.
That's Jason, the first juror from the Karen Reed trial to speak out after they found her not guilty of murdering her boyfriend, John O'Keefe, appearing on TMZ Live. And he put his opinion out there plainly and simply.
I think that she was innocent. I don't believe that the SUV collided with John O'Keefe.
And for him, the proof was in her car's taillight, which seemed still intact after the alleged incident.
We could see the taillight. It was lit up red where it shouldn't have been red.
So, does he believe the conspiracy theories that perhaps Karen was framed by the Boston police or others inside the house?
I don't know what happened to John. All I know is that there was a lot of holes in the investigation.
Yes, Jason pointed out that he thought some of the other jurors may have believed she was framed, but ultimately it came down to reasonable doubt.
There's other examples of reasonable doubt. So even if you want to completely buy into the theory or not, that wasn't what we were tasked with.
As for the deliberation, Jason stressed how hard it was.
Was there a division initially?
Yeah, there was a division.
And coming to a verdict was made even tougher by the crowds outside.
Honestly, that made the pressure a lot harder.
As for Karen herself, well, she went out and celebrated her victory immediately.
Where do you go when you celebrate getting off?
Mastro's.
Because nothing says not guilty like a warm butter cake. Thanks for doing your civic duty, Jason.
There was holes in the case that left for reasonable doubt.
Hugh Jackman has a new way of escaping fans. So he's walking out of his show in New York, and there is this massive group of fans all asking for autographs, photos, and he's there for a while. He's taking them, he's been really kind.
Good on you. Thanks, guys.
He starts to walk away with a bodyguard. They're kind of following him. He's still walking away, and then he looks over and he flags down a random car in New York.
Hey there, brother. Where are you going?
I am so dead! Not an Uber, not a Lyft, nothing, just a complete stranger's car. He hops in and drives off.
What?
Okay.
What?
Why would look, I get it. There was a guy the other day that looked like Pedro Pascal, but it wasn't Pedro Pascal.
Harvey, you would stop for anybody in the resemblance of Hugh Jackman.
And Pedro Pascal.
And Pedro Pascal. The list goes on.
I'm going to kill you. You don't understand.
A batch of newly released evidence has emerged in the Diddy case, and one audio file features Cassie making death threats to another man.
There's an audio recording that was introduced in evidence during Cassie's cross-examination over a month ago, but was finally released publicly today. And in it, you can hear Cassie threatening another individual who she apparently believes has a video recording of one of the freak-offs.
If you have it, pull that up. Because if not, I'm gonna kill you, and then he's gonna kill you again.
In the audio, which Cassie recorded during the March 2014 incident, she confronts a man she calls Suja.
And she's very pointed about it. She's like, you're messing with my life, and it's very aggressive.
I've never killed anybody in my life, but I will kill, and it's not gonna be blood on my hands. Someone else is gonna do it.
But should Diddy's lawyers have played this for jurors?
I know the defense released this. I don't know how this helps Diddy's case, because it shows how scared she was for anybody to hear these sex tapes.
But it also shows that she's maybe part of Diddy's criminal tactics.
No, Charlie's right. That it's like, it was so frightening to her that you could then see how Diddy would leverage the sex tapes in order to make her do freak-offs.
No, because the testimony is that Diddy was upset and she's taking care of it by using the tactics that they're accusing Diddy of using.
She even said, she's like, I've never killed anybody, but I will kill you. Like, so she's never done this before.
Is that comforting to be the first killing? Is he supposed to be like, oh, thank goodness?
I'm the first.
It remains to be seen if this evidence will help or hurt Diddy's case, but it certainly shows a different side of Cassie.
But it's my life, and I'll kill you.
I bring my my kids to cemeteries a lot.
Piladia Baldwin has a very interesting way of teaching her kids about death.
What, Rust?
So, as you know, she has 7 kids with Alec Baldwin. She was on Kate Hudson and Oliver Hudson's podcast. And so Oliver, Kate's brother, starts talking about how now he has kids.
This fear of death, honestly, is gotten worse.
Because he feels like the kids need him there. I don't know, can't relate. So then Piladia chimes in.
I bring my my kids to cemeteries a lot. Just also acknowledging, like, this is part of life. And not being afraid, not of death, but of people who have died.
Wow, that sounds fun.
But it's good to learn about death.
If you're sitting in a cemetery trying to pay your respects and Ilaria Baldwin shows up with 7 of her kids running around.
And she's like, here, come have your cucumber snack.
Let's clear this up, okay? Because these football fans want to make it up.
That's sexy lady and business lady Kristen Cavaleri with a message for the world. I don't need no money from no ex-husband. Her grammar was better than that, but that's the general gist.
Kristen Cavaleri is setting the record straight that she never took 1 penny from Jay Cutler during their divorce, which I think is fascinating.
Uncommon James is my lifestyle brand. I wanted women to be able to afford great pieces that they can mix and match. I am, to this day, 100% owner of, and I've never taken any outside funding.
She said, I own 100% and I've never gotten a penny from my ex-husband. I didn't get any money from our divorce, so let's just clear that up.
Yes, because Jay made over $100 million playing football. But Kristen was on the hills, so she must have had somewhere close to that.
There's no way she had anywhere close to that.
You don't make that kind of money on the hill.
Do you not find it a little hard to believe that he didn't give some of his money?
Why? Because he's a man?
No, because they were married and he had over $100 million. You wouldn't support your wife?
No.
Gotta admire his horrible honesty. Point is, Kristen's business is doing pretty dang well.
She said our revenue is close to $50 million a year.
But Katie, the revenue of her company doesn't prove it was profitable, right?
Oh, it's definitely profitable.
Why do you think so?
I know so many people that buy from Uncommon James.
Nice to see that degree in forensic accounting finally paying off. So, do we believe Kristen about not taking a dime from Jay?
I believe her.
Why?
She's super hot.
He's right, and no one hot can ever lie. That's in the Constitution or something. Congrats on bringing home the bacon, Kristen Cavaleri.
So let's just clear that up. Thank you.
Kendall Jenner is making a pretty good case for being the hottest Kardashian. I mean, these photos are, these are...
She's the most model-esque Kardashian. The debate is over. No, Kylie wins.
Kylie's hotter than this?
That's like a model. Kylie is voluptuous.
It depends on what your type is.
It doesn't matter what your type is.
But like in beauty contests, you have to vote, right?
Well, usually in the pageant world, they want you to look Model-esque.
So Kendall wins that.
But if it's a swimsuit competition only at a bar, all the men are voting for Kylie Jenner.
Hold on, we have men in the room. Let's vote. Kendall or Kylie?
I choose Kylie. I offer myself
Well,
as
we need some
tribute.
Kylie pictures to make it fair.
Let him go to his personal file. Go ahead.
I had this one's Kylie.
You have to give it back, though.
Coming up,
Jeanie Buss is selling her family stake in the Los Angeles Lakers.
$10 billion.
Yeah, so that's the valuation.
Can you imagine having to write that tax check?
Oh, brutal.
It's okay. There's a lot left over to live on.
I understand.
coming up.
Miley Cyrus is saying the one ingredient she has to have in her food, love.
I think everything's about vibration.
When you're cooking, you put intentions in your food.
This is ridiculous.
Be right back.
Wendy Williams' ex-husband Kevin Hunter just filed a $250 million lawsuit on Wendy's behalf over her guardianship. But Wendy is saying,
I had no idea, nor do I want him to be a part of my life like that, no.
Why?
Because I'm divorced forever.
She had nothing to do with it.
You know, the allegations are what you would expect. You know, the guardianship has no purpose. It's being weaponized against Wendy.
What skin does he have in the game there?
He says that he is her next of kin and wanted to sort of do this on her behalf. His skin in the game is $250 million that he wants to sue all these parties for.
How could he even pretend to have authority to do this?
He doesn't.
He's going with
Then
it.
why do it?
Well, according to Wendy,
Well, you know, he's a money grubber. He's always been that way.
Are you having your lawyer try and get it dismissed? What are you going to do?
Look, I'm getting out of guardianship. That is what I'm doing. I've got my team of attorneys, and you know the main one.
Joe.
Tacopina, who we also talked to. Dang, our phone bills are going to be high this month. Anyway, Joe says this lawsuit... Damn, you kiss your jury with that mouth?
We don't need her ex-husband's lawyer to file a lawsuit. That has no legal standing whatsoever. So, you know, thanks but no thanks.
Case dismissed. Well, not actually, but we get what he said. So, good luck, Wendy.
How are you?
I'm all right. How are you doing?
Jojo Siwa is turning a new leaf. Do you remember Jojo Siwa's most iconic car?
Yes, it was the flashy car that had her face all over
A lot of people around town saw it was a Tesla with her face all over it. Well, we got her out at Craig's. She's driving now a normal car, a Cadillac Lyric.
What happened to the other one? The Tesla with
My
your
face on it?
Yeah.
Sold that thing.
Which I would love to know who bought it.
This is a process called straightification. She has removed all her flavor.
Wait a minute, that's her?
Now that she's with Chris, she's embarrassed all of a sudden.
Love is a beautiful rainbow. And I think that the LGBTQIA community needs to remember that love is love.
You could view it a different way. Let's say she's bi or whatever, but she's not trying to go overboard to make a statement. She's just herself. She's getting older.
Now you're saying her gay phase was an immature phase.
Oh, wait a minute, you're saying it's a gay phase. Why does a gay phase have to be flamboyant?
Why? Okay, I like when you snapped at me, too.
No more cars with my face on them.
Time for the TMZ SAT. Question 1. If the LA Lakers are worth $10 billion and majority owners Jeanie Buss and her family sell a bunch of their stake, what does she earn? And the answer is money! What do you want? We're not math people.
Jeanie Buss is selling her stake, her family stake, in the Los Angeles Lakers.
$10 billion.
Yeah, so that's the valuation.
Yes, that's what the Lakers are worth, and since Jeanie sold a good chunk of her family stake, she's coming into some serious cabbage. But the Buss family ain't out of the picture.
They're definitely going to retain some ownership. It's unclear how much, and Jeanie is going to run the team at least for the next few years. So she's going to be very much still involved.
So who bought the Buss family stake?
So it's a guy who already owns part of the Lakers, Mark Walter. He also owns a big chunk of the Dodgers.
The guy that owned the Dodgers now owns the Lakers?
He owns both.
Wow, maybe they'll play against each other in the World Series Finals. Just because that's not a thing yet don't mean it can't happen. point is, Jeanie and her family are gonna make some serious simoleons.
Does that all hit your account at one time?
No, they're not. No.
No, does it? Like, do you open up your app and it's just like, oh my God, 10 billion?
Okay, first of all, she's not getting 10 billion. And secondly, it'd probably come in the form of a novelty check. So, what's the takeaway from the big Lakers sale?
Jay Moore hit the lottery!
Hey, Jay won the lottery when he married Jeanie Buss because of love! But money is also good too, because it can be exchanged for goods and services. Congrats, Jeanie!
Miley Cyrus is saying the one ingredient she has to have in her food, love.
Okay, excuse me.
She is
Go
on the Sorry We're Cyrus podcast with her mom Tish and her sister Brandy, and she's talking about her health routines and all that.
No matter what it is that somebody cooks with love, I always think that it's more nutrient dense than you going and getting some kale, whatever. I think everything's about vibration. So I don't want anyone making me anything that's like in a weird mood or going through like, you know, messy chaos.
This is ridiculous.
No, it's not ridiculous. It's a real thing.
Guys.
You when you're cooking, you put intentions in your food.
But an In-N-Out burger is delicious, and those people are all stressed out, but it's always amazing.
By the way, Chick-fil-A, when they were homophobic, was still Chick-fil-A.
And it was still
even
good.
better, actually. Well, that's why it tasted good.
Wait. You said when they were homophobic, they're not anymore? I just need clarity on
They
it.
kind of backed off.
I thought they backed off.
And the quality really dipped.
Yeah, we got to get back to homophobic chicken.
Oh God, this tastes like tolerance.
It tasted so good.
Someone putting their weird energy into my food, it goes into me, and then I'm impacting millions of people.
Coming up.
Jason Seagull just got engaged to Kayla Radomski.
There's a lot of pressure now for this wedding dance.
The bridesmaid and the bride, they'll do like a seductive dance.
No,
like for the
that
did not happen.
One of Hollywood's most secret Lotharios just got engaged, and we got the couple out. Jason Seagull just got engaged to Kayla Radomski, and we got the couple out in Beverly Hills.
Congratulations. There's a lot of pressure now for this wedding dance.
And that's because she's an alum of So You Think You Can Dance.
Oh.
How is he as a dancer? Pretty good?
You can tell Jason does not dance.
He has the body of a non-dancer.
That's a lot of pressure on her to teach him how to dance.
Usually it's the bridesmaid and the bride, they'll do like a seductive dance.
No,
like for the
That did not happen at my wedding.
Spoken by someone who's ruined a lot of weddings.
I was a bridesmaid in Siobhan's wedding. Can you imagine if we did a seductive
Katie's would have been so sad though, dude. Oh, seductive dance.
I don't get it.
She's more the karaoke type.
Hey, take care. Everyone loves you guys.
Coming up.
Khloe Kardashian was on her podcast.
I felt like, well, I can't get fat again because everyone's expecting that to happen.
It's like, oh, it's so hard. I mean, you have to exercise, you have to eat right. And yeah, that's harder than not, but you do it for reasons.
Khloe Kardashian was on her podcast and she said something which is very interesting. She said,
The bigger I was way more confident.
Oh, that's interesting. That is
she feels the more she obsessed over slimming down, the more she felt like she was doing it for other people.
I felt such a need that I had to keep this up, like even if it wasn't for me.
And then keeping it up meant that she had to do it for other people only.
I felt like, well, I can't get fat again because everyone's expecting that to happen. And
I really like her, but I mean, it's like, oh, it's so hard. I mean, you have to exercise, you have to eat right. And yeah, that's harder than not, but you do it for reasons.
It's easier for you.
Everybody who has to exercise, who has to eat right, it's harder.
Not exactly, because you love it. You love doing it.
I also don't love getting up at 3 in the morning. What? So why do you do it? It's my only option. I am too tired after
Yeah, but
work.
you're exhausted. You know why? Because you got up at 3 a.m.
No, I'm exhausted because I'm working from 6 to 5.
If you left at 3 p.m. to go work out, who's going to yell at you?
I can't leave at 3 p.m.
Why?
Because I got meetings. I can't.
What can we do to get you out of here sooner, dude?
We want to help you.